welcome back everyone. How you doing? Back to TSW3, but not any other video because today is Tuesday the 18th, which of course is the release of the Midland Main line, much anticipated route, of course, by a lot of players. And we're on the PS5 today. I thought we're going to be streaming this later on today, but I thought I'll just put together a quick video just to show you around the route. We'll do the two tutorials for the 158 and the HST class 43. But let me just show you first of all what comes with this route. Starting to get a lot of routes now, aren't we? This screen is starting to fill quite nicely. So interestingly, training modules, it shows a 0 training modules just there, but we can get to them via the training centre directly. I'll show you that in a second. Scenarios, we've got 7 of these, various different lengths, as you can see. Easy trip, the night train, set pieces, chasing yellows, snow trouble at all. I think we've got a clue about what that one's going to involve. Not quite awake and can't make your mind up. So those are the scenarios. As for the timetable, I have got all DLC installed here on the PS5. So we've got 54 services there for the HST, 66 for the 158, and then for the 66, well, it's showing 14 out of 159. I don't know if that's exactly correct. Shall we have a look? Let's just... yeah. So for this particular route, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 services for the class 66. Then we've got some, let me just come out of this, we've got some rail tour services, so the class 45, let's have a look. We've got 2 for those, for the class 45, which is quite nice. You will need Northern Transpennine, of course, to see that. These are not standard, by the way, with the route. Then if you own the class 37 as well, let's take a look at that. You can see we've got 4 services there for the class 37 Rail Operations Group, which was a recent DLC. And then finally the Jubilee. We got 3 Jubilee rail tours there. Christmas on the Midland, would you believe? So we got some Christmas themed services there, which is quite nice. I didn't know about that one. Let's go back, and what we'll do is we'll quickly go and look in the training centre. So we're going to training. This is where you will find the tutorials for the 2 trains. So let's go ahead and do the class 43 HST first, then we'll do the 158. If there's any dialogue during these, I will try my best not to talk over the top, so you can get a good look at these and what they're all about. So let's try this one first. High speed train introduction, 10 minutes. Although experience shows it's probably a little bit faster than that. Well, let's run it. Hope you're all looking forward to this. Much anticipated route, as I mentioned at the beginning.
Welcome. We'll have this train started and moving in no time. Let's get to it. Firstly, let us climb aboard the leading power car.
First of all, let's have a quick look at this livery. It does look quite good. I don't know on the stream. I didn't know whether I was so fussed about it. It's not a livery I'm familiar with, but actually it's growing on me, you know. This is the East Midlands Trains livery. I prefer it to the Great Western Express livery. Oh, and just while we're at it, look over here. Here's the 158 waiting for us for the next tutorial. But we'll take a look at that more once we've done the one for the HST. I think I will take a screenshot of this one, actually, just whilst we're here. With those mountain backgrounds, let's jump in. If we can get the prompt to work. There we go. Close the door. if it lets me. There we go.
Put in the master key and place the reverser into neutral.
Okay, master key, reverser to neutral.
Press the Start Engine button and give it a moment to start up.
Okay, so we get to start it, which is quite nice. Not often we do that. Don't know if there's
Now
any
pop the
additional
train
audio.
brake to initial, and if your parking brake is set, release it.
Right, so we'll put the brakes into initial. Let's do it with the controls. Parking brake is there. Let's turn
Let's
that
get
off.
moving and head around to continue the session.
So what we'll do additionally is we will turn on the gauge lights, which are here. Let's do that. We'll leave the safety systems off because we're on the training centre track, of course. Is the GSMI working in the HST? Not sure. Headlights, if you're looking for them, are over here. They're already set to day headlamps and markers, so that's good. Right, I think we're ready. Let's put it in forward. Sound the horn. Let's go outside for this, shall we? Train brakes are running. Increase power to get moving. Here we go. It does look a lot better than the Great Western Express version, doesn't it? A bit of colour. Let's put it up to notch 5. Let's get up to this speed limit. So this may be the usual one big loop around the track, including some stopping at stations. Let's see. Go via the station approach. Okay, excellent. Some nice detail, isn't there, on these? So remember, this is not a DTG creation. This is Skyhook Games, so they're not new to TSW, having worked on Loco DLCs, but also Cane Creek, and I think Horseshoe Curve. Was Horseshoe Curve another one by Skyhook? I think so. I think so. So it's been a while anyway since they've created a new route, so I'm looking forward to actually getting on the Midland Main line itself. And as I say, we will cover that later today in live streams. This is just a taster, in case you sat there and you're waiting for your copy to download. This will help you get a quick look at it.
Apply the brakes as we approach the upcoming destination.
Okay, so we've got a kilometre until the station, so we're just cruising along at 70. Start to put it in initial. So I tend to play mainly with the controller, but you can obviously, of course, use the cab controls if you prefer. Let's take the brake off. There's probably no need to come in this slow, but this is only the tutorial, so we're not subject to any timings or anything like that. That's the good thing about the training centre. hoping it lets us get up to some speed after this station stop. As with all new routes, the first time you play it, you get these markers on the ground to show you stopping distances. I tend to turn those off. They come on by default, it seems, with a new route, but it's easily fixable. Not that I use them, as you can see. We've gone past by 8 meters, but that's fine. So, activate the driver reminder appliance.
The passenger door can be opened by pressing this button.
Right, so where do we open the doors in the actual cab? I can't see that. Where is that? Is it that one? No, that's the DRA. We just pressed that. There's the wipers. Okay, so it gave me the option for the D-pad, but unless I'm missing something, I can't actually see where the marker is for this. Not to worry. Is that because normally it isn't the HST driver that opens the doors? I would assume so. It's operated by the guard. Let's have a quick look inside. Quite nicely done. So we'll take the DRA off so that we're able to move. And now we need to go via the main loop tunnel. So I'm hoping this will give us a full circuit of the track. Brakes are still coming off. Away we go. It's not the fastest to accelerate, is it? We're running a very, very, very slight gradient. Does sound different from the cab. Does sound a lot different to the Great Western Express. You know, most of us that have been playing TSW for a while have done many, many, many miles in the original HST, of course. And even to my untrained ear, it sounds a lot different in this cab. Here's a feature that many of you asked for, which is to open the doors. So the original HST doesn't do that, but Skyhook have put that in. You can activate the cab light there, if I can get the cursor on there. So the back straight is the next marker. So I think it's going to take us one circuit around, and then we'll need to stop on our own without assistance. That should be it. Then we'll jump in the 158 and we'll take a look at that as well. So we are at 125, but that is kilometers per hour, not miles per hour, because we are on the training centre, which I think is always measured in kilometers per hour, as I remember. But not to worry, this will give us a good practice at our stopping distances if we keep the speed up. It's really exciting, isn't it, when a new route comes out? Always that anticipation. So 1.6 until the station. We'll take the power off now and we'll coast for a while. We'll put the brakes into initial. I don't know if I was going to get a prompt about the brakes, but we will do that anyway. We'll do that ourselves. Whoops. Into emergency. Which I didn't mean to do. But here is the station anyway, so... An unscheduled emergency stop, which is fine. You see the brakes are actually coming off now as the brake pressure builds up again. So once the brakes recover, it will let us move again. So just keep your eye on those dials. The BC is coming down. That was quite easy on the triggers actually then on the controller to bypass full service and go into emergency. It was quite easy. So I will remember that. But as you can see, the recovery is quite easy. So it's not a massive problem if you do hit the emergency brake. Let's just move to the end of the platform. There's probably a passenger loading, and then I think that is it. The brakes even sound different as well on this one. The sounds are very good, I have to say. Let's unlock the doors. Very nice job.
Good work. That's the basics covered. Now get out there and get driving.
And it's not Matt Pedalston. So I'm assuming that our guide there was a member of Skyhook Games. I don't know that for a fact. I would assume so. But that is the high-speed train introduction. Let's have a look at the 158. This is the one I'm really excited about because, well, this is the first time I'm driving a 158 in the game. Should be very similar to the 150, I expect. And if you watch this channel, you know that the 150 is one of my favourite trains in the game. Let's just let it load up. Alright, so back to the selection screen. There is the 158. Built between 1990 and 1992. Perkins 2006 TWH engine, diesel hydraulic multiple unit, East Midlands livery. Let's get into this one. Now this is probably the same route around, so it's probably a repeat of what we just did, but with the 158. So let's give it a go. We know what to expect now.
Welcome to today's Class 158 Express Sprinter practical training session. Let's start from the beginning.
Alright, so we're actually in the training centre this time. So the beginning of the... Oh, look at this. We got a whole fleet, look. The beginning of the last one for the HST, the 158 was quite right next to the HST. So here we go. We got a choice.
First, a walk around. Got to check if the exterior looks good.
A walk around. That's a new one, isn't it? Observe the front of the unit, so we may as well just admire it. You know what? Can we get on? Shall we have a look inside? Is it going to let me climb? Step up. Let's do it this way. This is the way we should do it. There's a route map for East Midlands trains. Oh, this nice detail, isn't there? Down as far as London St Pancras there. Let's have a wander through. No, the toilets are not in operation before you ask. That is a feature that many people have asked for, which hasn't yet been implemented. Whether or not that will ever be a thing, who knows? But let's just have a quick look. It does look nice. It's really well done. It's nice and clean. Look at the carpet there. There's not a spot of chewing gum or where anybody's rubbed their feet or anything like that. Observe the front of the unit. Right, so let's jump down. Now, I'm probably not meant to jump, but I'm going to do it for ease of getting down there. We'll go around and have a look at the front. Does it want us to be in there? I think he wants us to be in, rather than observe the front. Alright, back we go. Let's go this way. So it says observe the front, but let's just see if it wants us in or out. There we go. Sit in the driver's seat. Alright, so let's fold these doors back. Unlock the master key. Now let's have a quick look at the cab. So this actually works. I don't know if it'll work in the... there's some functionality, but I don't know if it'll actually work in the tutorial. Got to get the power on first. Where's the power? Let's have a look. On, off. Oh, it does. Yeah, it does. Perform a test. All the destination. So if this was working, look, all the destination codes are here on this sticker. I hope at some point we can use all this. That would be great, wouldn't it? Master key on. Let's put it in. Oh, that was interesting. I was trying to use the controller D-pad to put the reverser into neutral, and instead it was turning the master key.
Check the horn. If it is broken, we have to lock out this unit pair and find another set.
Okay, let's test the horn.
Make sure you have wipers.
Make sure we've got wipers. So there's the wipers. Set those back to park. Reverser to forward. So we just need to release the brakes. But before we do that, let's just see where the lights are. Headlights and marker lights, tail only. Let's just have a look on the front. Yeah, so we need to change that. It's off, marker, hazard, night, headlights, day headlight. That's better. So that's where that is. What about the... Do the gauge lights come on automatically? I'm assuming they come on automatically, do they? Let's have a look. Compressor speed. Some of this, of course, might not work during the tutorial. Instrument light, there we go. Instrument light on or off, it's already on. Cab light, on or off. The crew light, which is this one here. If you want the safety systems, by the way, once you get out on the Midland Main line, they're up here if you want to do those manually. Alright, so let us take the brakes off. And we'll open the window so we can have a listen. And we'll increase the power. Alright, looking and sounding good. 600 yards to the stop point. That's a very sweet sound, that, isn't it, when you accelerate? So let's get ready to stop. Maybe we get to do a coupling up in this tutorial, so maybe it is slightly different. Let's make sure we stop. We don't want to go careering into this unit. Okay, set the reverser to off. There we go. Release the brake. Head to the other cab. Okay, let's do that. Now, which cab does it want us to go to? Does it want us to go to the cab up there? Or is it going to ask us to couple and therefore it wants us to go to this cab? I'm not sure. Shall we just risk it and we'll see? If it's not this one, it will tell us once we sit down. Not this one. Alright, so it's asking us to go to the other one. Let's do that. Close that. We'll have a walk down the outside. Once again, this livery is a very nice job. Okay, so it is this cab. So at the moment, as I'm recording this in the tutorial, it doesn't tell you which end. It doesn't give you this indication. As you can see, we've now got. But just remember that when you do run it. Okay, so once again, master key on.
Now let's head to the first platform and practice stopping at stations.
Right, so we've done that. We can put that there. I honestly thought we were going to couple up in that tutorial. We've also left the headlights on at the back, but we'll ignore that for now, being as we're on the training circuit. Let's make sure we've got the brakes off. That's the first thing. What did we leave on in the other cab? The master key's on, so we haven't got... Right, so it's asking me to do something in the other cab. Let's go and have a look. Let's have a quick run through the train, shall we? What did I not do? Well, we have a chance to turn the lights to tail lights while we're here. There we go. Let's have a look what we did. The brakes are in release. Oh, the master key is on. Right, okay, that's what it was. So, reverser's off. Master key off. Now I'm assuming that's it. So, let's quickly go back again. It's like I've never driven anything before. So, let's jump back here. Right, let's see if this is any better. So the brakes are off. Let's just try this again. Reverse it in neutral. Can see the brake cylinder coming down. Put that into forwards. That's better. Thank heavens for that. Always remember to properly shut down the cab at the other end. That is the message. Right, so let's go to Metro South, which is where we are stopping. We'll take a look outside, of course, whilst we're doing this. Need to get the lights on. Put those on day headlights. There we go. Let's open the windows. So this is bringing us out of the training centre onto the main loop, looks like. That's really nice, really looking forward to running this one. So let's prepare to stop. I don't want to admire it too much and then go shooting through the station. Let's keep an eye on where we're going. 400 metres to go, so I'll just take the power off. Start putting some brake in. Just ease it into the station. There we go. Let's open the doors. Yes, very nice. Yeah, this livery, I think the livery looks better on the 158 than it does on the HST for some reason. Again, it's nice and shiny. Look at the reflection on the windows. Right, Metro North, 732 metres, not far really. You can hear it throttling up outside. So 7 notches of throttle on the 158, 3 notches of brake. I don't know about this reflection on the windscreen. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I understand it. I can't work out whether that's too much or not. What do you guys think? Let's prepare to stop. So there's no real voiceover on this tutorial like there was on the HST one. But not to worry. Fairly easy to follow as long as you shut the other cab down and remember to do that. I honestly thought we were coupling up. I thought that was part of the tutorial once we pulled up in front of that other unit. But I'm sure... Well, I hope that's covered in one of the scenarios, perhaps. Let's open the doors. Lock the doors again.
Good stop. Do a couple more like that and you'll be out on the main line in no time.
So there you go, that's the 158 introduction complete as well. Hope you've enjoyed that brief look. Don't forget to come back later today and throughout the week and the coming weeks for more on the Midland Main line. We will be running it live today, later today. Hope to see you there. Until then, enjoy the DLC. See you on the next one. Bye for now.